All right, let's just dive into it. So we're gonna go like South Park versus Family Guy versus Simpsons.
All right,
Or
then.
we're just gonna say which one is our favorite.
All right.
All
right, then.
Yeah, okay, Simpsons had the biggest impact on my life, so I picked that one. More so now as I grow older, I realized that I learned so much stuff from The Simpsons. Like, I don't even know who the Beatles were for The Simpsons.
All right, then.
Yep.
Yeah, I think despite what people will say about the later seasons, and maybe it has gotten better for the more recent ones, but the earliest episodes, there's just something about The Simpsons that people will remember. At least I do, as someone who was born in the 80s and grew up in the 90s watching The Simpsons. That was just like the childhood thing to do.
Mm-hmm. I haven't watched all the lazy episodes of Simpsons, but I watched 1 or 2 once so I could see it good. And the thing is, it did last longer, and they have to make more episodes. While South Park, like the late season was only 6 episodes, the last season on TV, on Comedy Central. Then they made 2 movies, like length movies. Was The Simpsons have to make constantly around 18 to 20 episodes per season. Therefore, they're more likely to have bad episodes. Well, there's different writers, while South Park still have the same writers for the last 25 years. That's why it goes up and down. While South Park,
I think one of the things that I do like about South Park is that it's been relatively consistent, and that's because the writing team has remained the same. It's just, is it Troy and someone Parker, like 2 guys.
Yeah.
So I think that.
And they can make an episode once a week easily. They actually write and then animate the episode 1 week. When Simpsons have to do like months to get all the episodes done in advance planning.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So Andrew, what about you?
About South Park.
Well, South Park versus The Simpsons versus Family Guy. Do you have a favorite?
Well, I think one of my favorite episodes would be the Pokemon parody.
Chin Pokemon. I remember. Is that that's from South Park, right?
South Park, yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like it's so hilarious. It's just making fun of Pokemon brand, and it's like it's so hilarious. It's like how are they
it's more about saying it was a fad though, because Pokemon's still going from now, and other stuff like Beyblades are coming back, but they didn't last. Have much staying power. Yeah, kids are playing Beyblades now.
Beyblades. Wow.
Yeah, but Pokemon is still going, and he's still playing cards right now.
No, that's cool.
Still going.
No, that's cool.
Okay, but the thing is that I don't want Therese to suffer to have to be on the Family Guy side because you're only losing battle there. It's hard to argue.
Yeah, Family Guy. I mean, I did enjoy the first early season. I have not kept up with it since.
I want to choose American Dad because American Dad.
I actually ended up enjoying American Dad late. I mean, after one, just because the tone didn't shift and the episodes just were more. I guess I just found it more enjoyable and more funny.
Because Family Guy relies too much on clips for references. Like, do you remember this? And sometimes it's not even relevant to the situation. While American Dad doesn't have that. They have more plots.
Yeah.
If you actually make references, it's actually their own universe and what happened to them. So it's more like How I Met Your Mother when they make references. The past.
Yeah, that's true.
But what's the context? So I watched South Park when I was supposed to because I was under 15. Yeah, I actually saw the first episode with the turkey thing. No, that was not the first episode, but that was my first episode where the turkeys were trying to kill the humans because the humans wanted to eat the turkey.
I think I remember that. Yeah,
that was my very first episode. And seeing Kenny die for the first time, like, what?
Yeah.
And then kind of come back to the next episode, like, what? He's alive again? And he's getting killed. So
is that sort of thing on? I don't think that is as much now.
They stopped doing that all the time, but sometimes they do kill him off. So when it does happen, you'll be like, surprised.
So it's not a constant thing anymore. I guess they ran out of ideas.
His resurrection ability as well.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
And do you remember the episode when they explain his resurrection ability?
What, is he a clone?
No. His parents went to a cult for the free beer, not because they were religious fanatics or anything, just went to the thing, and they blacked out after they took the free drink. And apparently after that, every time Kenny dies, she gives birth to you, Kenny, the mother.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they didn't know what happened in the cult thing because they were too drunk to. They couldn't even be wasted on the drink with Spike. We never know, but the cult did something to the mother and dad, so that every time Kenny dies, it's also explained that Kenny remembers every single death. Everyone
really?
else doesn't remember him dying, but Kenny himself does. So the parents and Kenny remember every time he dies. All the other people, characters don't remember he died. It's like, you didn't
It's a
die
reset.
last time.
It's a reset.
Yes,
Yeah.
but memories don't remember that.
Mm. So, and what about Mr. Garrison? Is he Mrs. Garrison still? Did he revert
No,
back?
he went back to being male in 2 seasons later.
Oh, okay. So he's Mr.
But
Garrison.
yeah, I mean,
He's still
Yeah.
still gay, right? He's still gay, and he's still
still-
changing the sex
he's
sex
still
change.
gay. Yes, he was. Well, it's weird when he was Mrs. Garrison, he ended up being attracted to women for some reason.
So I guess he's still like, oh, really?
But then when he went back to being male, he became gay again. He's actually the most sexually fluid, homophobic person I ever know.
Homophobic, most
They're like,
definitely.
people like he's gay, but he's actually makes homophobic marks in the beginning. And when he became interested in women, he ended up making jokes. Yeah,
He's a very
Yeah.
complex character. He's a very
No,
complex
he
character.
also became he also transformed to Donald Trump.
Okay, I think I
Yeah, because
saw.
in the universe, he's the universe's the South Park universe's version of Donald Trump.
Okay, so he got the orange tan and everything.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
But after Donald Trump got unelected, he became the regular Mr. Garrison again.
Oh, I see.
So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. I wonder if have they made another South Park movie since, or they're like, nah.
No, that's
Yes,
I think that's it.
They actually made you deal to make me sense. The South Park, the one that is the Satan one, got uncut. Then during COVID, they made the pandemic special. Then they made the one that's like when after he got kicked out because they couldn't make one season. That's just they made short movies basically, like 1 hour long stuff. So they made also got not post COVID, but something like they actually got the cure for the vaccine during that period. Then they went to the future for post-pandemic where the COVID still actually affects them for 30 years later. Then they made part 2 of that where they went back in time and rebooted the timeline again.
Well, I haven't seen that one because the Amazon they didn't have it on Amazon. You had to pay
It's on Paramount.
I have not seen Paramount. I don't have Paramount. I only got Disney Plus and Netflix.
Yes.
And Amazon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They also made another movie recently as well for the streaming wars. So and then it was 2.
Oh yeah, that's so funny. That's so funny about it.
How did you watch that one? You said that you have Paramount.
No, I saw the YouTube clips. It's so funny.
Yes.
Is it? Yeah. They wanted to find a Disney Plus so they can watch that Star Wars thing. What's that called?
Yeah.
What's
that was not in the movie. That was season 23.
Season 23.
Yes. Season 24, which came out, this was Paramount, but 23 was about the Mandalorian.
All right then.
Okay. By the way, I actually missed a fair about South Park from season 16 to 19. I actually read what happened when you find out that the Asian guy is actually a white person, but is
yeah, I remember that. The shitty Walker guy.
Yeah. He's actually a white guy, but he has a split personality, and the City Walk personality is one of it. And everyone ignores it because that's the Asian representative they have. So all the characters ignore, like, we look racist if we don't have Asians. Yeah.
Some of them not making Asian. They're just there's one actor that turned Asian, the one that make personalized American. I think you know this scene. The scene that they Chinese to personalize the like American one. I used a credit card.
Also, you know, they retcon Token's name as Tolkien from Lord of the Rings instead of the Tokken. They retconned that was always Tolkien Tolken from Lord of the Rings, and then Stan's surprised because he feels like he's racist. Everyone else apparently knew, but Stan thought he meant Token. Because that's just to be a joke of how he's a token black character in the earlier show, but they retconned that nope, he was actually named after the Lord of the Rings.
Oh, so now he's Tolkien.
Yeah,
And not
he was
Tolkien.
always there. We were just too racist to realize it. But it's like, well, wait a minute, Karma spelled it. Like, well, that's how you spell Tolkien. That's a. But yeah,
they just
And
accept-
Stan owns a weed company now. Farm.
So
weed farm.
who's that?
Stan's dad owns a weed farm.
Weed farm.
Yeah, marijuana.
Oh, weed farm.
weed
farm. I thought you said weeks. I got
Yeah.
confused.
it's a
Well, I
lot
guess it's legal
easier.
in that.
And then things go wrong because they go to China. They go to China, but I think you know the story. They Chinese banned South Park because of the. I think you know the story. I think it's
I'm not
because
sure, but in that South Park episode, it was making fun of how for Randy to sell marijuana in China, he has to assassinate Winnie the Pooh. And he did.
Oh,
They
is
were
it-
making fun of how the Chinese is offended by Winnie the Pooh, so they sent
Yeah.
Randy Rush to kill Winnie the Pooh to be able to sell it.
oh,
I mean, he did it with Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse, because caters to China, apparently.
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, when
that's
we
right.
talk about The Simpsons now, like the quality, so how far have you guys watched up to? Do you last remember of The Simpsons?
What season are we
a
up to
lot.
now? It's been a while. I'm probably up to like season 20,
It's
22.
You
It's a
imagine
lot-
past 20
it's a lot.
seasons? That's more than most people. You actually went past 20
No,
seasons.
yeah, I mean, here and there, I haven't watched it like all the way through. I just kind of, the problem was that they used to air The Simpsons on Channel 10,
Yeah.
and now it's
It's
on
not.
Fox. Now it's on paid.
It's on Disney Plus for me. That's
Yeah,
why it's easy.
so if
But
you
I
don't
didn't
have
bother
like,
catching up.
yeah, so I don't
But I
have
realized
that
The
anymore.
Simpsons, even the classic ones, you shouldn't binge watch it. It's not good to binge watch this kind of shows.
No.
Because the clever jokes, if you have time to absorb it, you don't remember what happens when you binge it. So don't you should watch it one at a time, absorb the jokes, and realize how clever it is.
Yeah.
And the ones that are less great, but there are some good ones. Like I actually read reviews on Wikipedia, which one gives the high reviews before I watch it now to make it save myself some time. But yeah, look, the reason why I say The Simpsons overall will be the better show, because even the latest ones, is that the early ones, the classic ones, are still classical, and the jokes. Look, because the reason why I say Simpsons are better, because they're good at being subtle. How they can, be so funny and make adult jokes, but get away so that the censors won't censor them, because you have to be adult to get it, but as a kid you won't get it. But South Park, nope. You definitely have to be adult, because they just outright say what they say out of their heads. And sometimes it can be clever, like adult, but most of the time it's like in your face thing. That's why I like the cleverness of The Simpsons in the end.
Actually, the old ones will be a lot better than new ones because the old ones are more classical, more better, more joke, more funnier. So I like the old ones.
It is that, yeah. And South Park has experimented, but The Simpsons also experiment. But the thing is, South Park has less episodes per season, so therefore they're going to look better when the same writers, and they can now take their time now. So that's why they just do it shortly. And The Simpsons, they actually still get good ratings. That's why they keep making lots of money.
My only complaint about the Simpsons, the new one, they removed the couch gag.
They still have couch gags.
I watched it,
one episode from the latest season, and they still have the couch gag.
but the new one, it's like it's gone. It's like the beginning
Okay,
of the
let's just
Simpsons.
go from Disney Plus. I'm going to show you this is still a couch thing here. This
The
one
couch-
couch. Okay, let's just do here. There should be
If you look at the opening one, the opening, it's just start the episode. There's no couch.
I think.
They remove it.
So what is it instead? They just sit on the seat and it's nothing.
No, it's not that at all. I think I know which one that. Okay, are you watching it on TV, Andrew? Or are you watching it on Disney Plus?
Disney Plus.
Okay, let me just see. Let's just see. Let's go from the beginning. Did you watch Skip Intro? Did you click on Skip Intro?
No, we don't skip intro. We just watch it. Like
Yeah. See, there's a cash thing. This is one episode I just saw. So
Sorry guys, I wish we could share it, but if we did, we're probably gonna get,
We're gonna get
Yeah,
flagged.
We're gonna
show you
get
is like a picture.
banned
Like,
from
it's
the
on
YouTube
pause.
gods.
Just pause it.
No.
But yeah, it's on pause, so we don't there's a couch guy right now. It's the episode where you find out Billy Scum Murphy has a son. There's a
Oh, he does?
couch gag right here.
Spoiler alert for me. I
Is
didn't
it
know
new
that.
one?
Last one, I guess it must be the new ones.
Yes, yeah, season 3, episode 16.
Oh.
But yeah, they don't always show the very beginning where Bart is drawing the board, but they always have the couch gag at the very least. I think it depends on the mood how long the episode is, because this episode was 22 minutes. That's why they cut the intro a bit.
Yes.
Also, in season 17, they actually made a live action intro. Did you know that?
Live action info. Well, we can't watch it here because we can't watch it here. So that's
Okay, we're gonna do it after we finish the recording. Okay, we'll just do that. I'll show you the live action version because it was actually part of this Simpsons intro. They actually did it officially. It was actually like, wow, they actually did it, kind of feeling. But yeah, the Simpsons do experiment once in a while, so that's why I said they might fail, but they are like, depending on the writer, try some stuff, And not to mention like the progression of some parts. They killed Edna Krabappel because the voice actress died. Edna, Bart's teacher. And the comic book guy actually got married.
Yeah, he got married to that Japanese girl, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know they
Japanese
got
girl?
married. Well, yeah, the Japanese comic graphic artist. That's where
Japanese
Stan Lee
girl?
made a cameo in that
Let me check
episode.
this one.
Nakamura.
Comic guy married.
I didn't know he was
Yeah.
married.
Comic book guy married. I'm
Yeah,
gonna see
they married in the first episode he met her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was actually an interesting experiment because they actually had like Japanese animations doing that.
Yeah,
doing the
Ghibli, because they got inspired by the Ghibli.
hallucination. Because basically to convince her dad that he was worthy, they took a weird spiritual trip.
Yeah, and they also got drunk, I think,
Yes.
as you do, just connect. I mean, it's a universal language, I guess. But you know, at least he's happy, and I guess it's easy. The Crossy is with someone too, unless they got broke up.
One of the best episodes of the late season was the. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember what it was. It was the Fargo season where it's not canon at all. But I'm sure I wouldn't say I don't know what it's Fargo. It's based on Fargo, the TV series. But yeah, it's not canon because they actually said in the beginning it's not canon. But my gosh, it was really good.
All right.
Also, and some stuff, the ones where they actually explore some canon stuff are still decent. Like it turns out that Homer's mother actually tried to visit him when they were younger. So that was actually a decent episode here.
That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, the episode with Dairy Queen where basically after Edna died, Bart finds his diary. So they talk about whether she was proud of him or not. But it turns out the diary was actually about the dog, not about Bart. But Flanders, because Edna married Flanders at one point, you know that, right?
They were together. I wasn't quite sure whether
They actually got married. They actually got married.
They did.
Yeah.
Are they still?
That's why Flanders actually lost 2 wives.
Oh well, at least she's still alive.
No, she's dead. Edna died because of the voice actor.
Oh, I hadn't seen that actually.
Wow.
So Bart has a new teacher. Bart has a new teacher.
Yes.
Then.
Well,
Are they still in grade 4?
Now it does in the late season, but for a while they just said that they had substitute teachers. That's what happened.
Okay. So they actually had an on-screen death and they didn't explain.
It was off screen.
Off-screen.
But Flanders just mentions that she passed away and gives a speech about how we missed her.
Oh, well, that's nice. I think it was just a way of honoring the voice actress.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
the last in season 32, they actually talked about the diary about what her feelings were. They reuse words. They asked permission from the family where they can
reuse. So, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the episode I'm talking about that was so classic, like the latest classic episode. It was a 2-part episode. That's why I was like, holy bip! That was like, it was not canon at all because Mr. Burns get killed. It's like Breaking Bad where people actually die. But yeah, that was like, I'm fine here. Oh, it doesn't matter though. It's the Fargo episode. I'll just Google it. That'll be easier. Simpsons Fargo. A series Flanders. That's what it's called. it's season 33 as well. That's the latest season. I showed it to Paul Stripe and he loved it as well. He was like, yeah. That's one of the classic, I'll put that in the top classic episodes of Simpsons. There's also one that was a Halloween episode that was not an actual horror Halloween episode, but the Simpsons celebrating Halloween. That was actually a good one as well.
Is Hans Moleman still around, or they haven't made
What?
any?
Who?
Moleman.
Who's Moleman? Oh, Merman, yeah.
No, Moleman. Hans Moleman, like the old guy.
Old guy that
Yeah.
it's actually 33 years old because he drank too much alcohol. It looks very old.
Yeah, with the wrinkly and it's just like kissing a walnut and stuff.
I haven't seen him recently, but he might be in the background. But they didn't make a joke about him yet.
Okay. What about Ralph?
Ralph is still around. Once in a
That's
while.
good. That's good. Let me see. I'm learning.
Yeah.
Ralph is going. I'm Idaho.
Yeah, I can say that. There's a YouTuber who actually ranked every single episode of The Simpsons from season 1 to 32.
Wow.
It drove me crazy, but he said it was better than watching Family Guy season 1 to 20.
Yeah.
Because basically, with Simpsons, he just got bored. While Family Guy, he actually got angry.
I can. Yeah.
Because what they did to Brian, basically, because the Simpsons, the characters have maintained the status quo, while with Family Guy, they turn Brian into insufferable, and Peter does really, really evil things once in a while. And Meg is treated so badly, more so abusive to the point where, they should not be. Yeah. Like the worst Lisa ever got was mistreated, but never to the point that
they beat her
it's
up and stuff and
criminal.
just like shut up. So yeah, I can.
Get a bag.
Yeah. That got old very quickly for me. That's
But
kinda-
they actually got worse as time
it got
went on.
worse. Oh man, I don't know how Mila Kunis. Like, you think she would have said something, but I guess she doesn't have the control. then
Basically, it was one episode where they were in a Titanic ship. Her boyfriend dies, and they just throw balls with his head.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Seth MacFarlane can do better because he's actually making Orville, and I actually find like he's actually trying with Orville, and he got really good in season 2. Orville, you guys heard about Orville?
What's that?
Orville? What's that?
It's basically Seth MacFarlane's version of trying to do Star Trek. And but it actually has enough differences, but that's the best way I can describe it. So he's attempt of making a science fiction show. And it has some comedy in it, but it's season 2 was a bit more serious. And I was like, wow.
Season 2 of Family Guy, you mean?
No, not that.
Orville.
Orville. He's usually Orville.
Oh, is that Seth MacFarlane's with the space, his take on space Star Trek and stuff. I remember seeing glimpses of that.
It's really good in season 2. Like season 1, he's finding his feet, like Seth MacFarlane, because he's actually plays the main character.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's why I say, like, you can see him trying to be acting and take the writing seriously compared to
Well,
Family
that's
Guy.
good.
Like,
So yeah, he's got potential. Like, I mean,
and Ted 1 was his good project as well. But then Ted 2 felt like, okay, this is a cash in.
oh, is that with the bear?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's interesting because I think that he does have potential, and he's got a good voice too. But then he's got like a voice singer. But do you remember? Does anybody remember Cleveland?
Yeah, it's a Cleveland show.
Is that still around, or is that
Yeah.
is that
It
canon?
lasted 3 seasons before it got cancelled, and then moved him
Came
back.
back.
to
Oh, okay. Because
Family
it's like,
Guy, yeah.
fair enough.
I have not seen Cleveland because it's a good. It's like Family Guy is the
It's
most
okay. It's actually better. I think it's better than the latest season of Family Guy because they were just going for the stereotype of the 80s shows when there were black people like
Family
that kind of
Matters,
vibe.
like the Cosby
Yeah.
Show. That I guess they were going.
Cosby Show,
and My
yeah.
Wife and Kids.
Oh, that's right. Which is more than that. I remember watching that actually
Yeah.
back in the day.
What
So
how that
yeah,
ended,
I
But yeah,
remember how that, but yeah.
It was like that, but with some Family Guy elements. But it wasn't the best show. But hey, I feel like
I
tried
mean,
a bit.
it's also like it's also not. It doesn't make you angry. If anything, it's just like meh. That's the worst. I think that's the worst you can say about it. That's the impression that I
Everyone-
got.
Yeah, like I actually watched some of the he's the person who revealed the episode 26. It's like, oh my gosh, they did that.
Mm.
Okay, with Brian, because they're like, you watched Brian for season 1, 2, and 3. He was the person, you know, he was a bit, bossy and try to be a hypocrite about being good sometimes, but he actually wanted to be a good person. Well, this one is like an egotistical moron who's like, pretends to be smart.
Yeah. Speaking of spin-offs, how do you guys feel about Futurama Disenchanted?
Oh yeah,
it's all right.
Futurama is probably the one that actually, because it's the most clever show, and he actually, because he finished and ended, that he actually has better average episodes of every, the series out of all.
So it's ended it and now they haven't brought it back since. What was that?
They brought it back. They're gonna bring it back soon.
Oh, they're gonna bring it back. So
more. I announced this year, like 2 months ago, that they're gonna bring it back. No details on, but the last episode did leave it open for more episodes.
Okay, so I guess they come with a good idea.
Did you watch the last episode of Futurama?
I haven't seen it because it hasn't been on.
I've seen the old one. I've seen the old one, but I have not seen it.
But my favorite one is the first movie release, Bandit's Big Score. That's my favorite 4-episode story arc. Anyone watch Bandit's Big Score?
I think I vaguely.
Okay, we need to make a list of screenings of stuff we need to watch. Has anyone watched Ghostbusters Afterlife? I found out I actually have on binge now.
Well, I saw on Amazon. I got it on Amazon. So.
Yeah, did you watch it yet?
Yeah, I seen it on the Blu-ray and I sell it off. But then I watch it again. So it was mostly the better than the 2016 Ghostbusters with all this lady cast. And this is mostly like they bring back love, and plus it has a star from Stranger Things, Flynn thing. I don't know what the guy.
Wait, how do we get into talking about Ghostbusters? Sorry,
talking about stuff that we haven't seen yet. Like,
I see.
Futurama and stuff. Because you haven't seen the final one, we should make a list of things that we should watch together.
Yeah.
Last episode of Futurama, it's definitely on the list because it was a really good ending that left it open to more.
Okay, so it's a nice heartwarming ending. Okay.
What about the another one similar to Simpsons? It's called Disenchanted.
Yeah,
Disenchanted. Therese mentioned that. Yeah. Actually, I started watching season 2, but near the end of season 1, improving quality by a lot. So season 2 is a lot better.
So it does get better. Okay.
Well, have you watched it?
I haven't because it hasn't. I don't. It's on Fox. Well, where
no,
is it?
Netflix.
Right. Okay. I have to see if I can.
Because it feels like the first season feels like early season was 1 of the first season of The Simpsons, because it feels like they just try and find their feet. They have some idea what to do, and they have some potential comedy, but it's not there yet.
So is it still like we're trying to just be satirical parody of fairy tales, or has it gone past that at this point?
It has some parts, but they have a planned storyline that seems to be like you find out what the master planning of the villains are. So
okay. Okay.
Also, the villains are kind of like, basically the villains like Mom from Futurama, how she is evil, but her underlings are incompetent. That's why there's
they haven't succeeded. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I see. All right. Well, at least it gets better.
We got 5 minutes, and we're gonna come back.
Yeah, I haven't watched this for you, by the way. I didn't watch this because I had COVID. That's why I caught up. We just chanted. Funny enough.
No, that's okay. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Okay. So what we can do is we shall take a break, and we shall come back soon.
We're back again. And before we talk about the South Park and the Simpsons, check out me and Therese. We both were in a new short film, and we made our film. It's called You Don't Know What Nguyen Tran Is. So check out the.
You want me to be in this? Oh.
Next one, Jimmy.
Next time, yeah. So if you want to watch it, click on it below. Click on the below, and you can watch it.
Check out Andrew's YouTube channel. He's got 98 subscribers at this moment. We're hoping he gets more.
Right.
That he reached.
Right,
let's hope he gets to 100, folks.
All right then. Now let's talk about the Cartman and getting married with Marge Simpson.
What?
What?
I'm not sure that's illegal, Andrew.
Why don't we actually do like what makes? Okay, why don't we just do debating? Why do you think South Park is better than Simpsons. I'll do why Simpsons better than South Park overall.
Okay. I think South
Right
Park
then.
has more. I think the consistent writing puts it in its favor. I think they're not afraid to make fun of everybody, and in the weird sense, they've always remained untouched in terms of political correctness. And there have been times where the Simpsons have been controversial, like how there's no longer Apu.
Apu, they are going to be bring back Apu, just
Are they?
recasting him.
Are they going to
gonna
recast him, or are they just? Oh, okay,
Yep.
okay, yeah, it's just stuff like that.
He
Interesting.
did that with Cleveland as well.
Oh, they recasted Cleveland with the African American voice actor. Fair enough.
And then the voice actor for Cleveland had other roles anyway. That's why it's not too fast about losing.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Same for Apu as well. In fact, every voice actor, like the Simpsons, everyone has like multiple roles except for the one for Marge and Lisa. They are the single voice actors.
All right, then.
Yeah.
Isn't that the voice of who's it? That Nancy? What the guy?
Nancy Cartwright. Nancy Cartwright is actually just Bart and some other people, I think.
She did Nelson and Ralph.
Yeah. And Yardley Smith is the one that does Lisa, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the South Park. But who do you remember who's the voices of the old South Park, like Cartman, Kenny?
It's usually just Trey Parker and the other one doing it most of the time.
Yeah.
And they have some other voices like all of my characters, like the mayor and the female characters, and Chef.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay, why don't we just discuss episodes that are more comparable to each other to make it more easier which one and why I prefer that. Like Scientology. When South Park made fun of Scientology compared to The Simpsons, the Leader episode.
The Leader episode. Who could that be?
And they were both funny episodes in my mind, by the way. They were both classic in their own right, but I think it's a good difference of what their approach is at the best. Does anyone remember the Scientology episode or for South Park, just for context?
When was that?
It's around Mission Impossible 3, because I remember Tom Cruise sued them at that point to stop the episode from being aired. Around Mission Impossible 3.
Oh, that's why. Oh yeah, he left Isaac. That's why he's not there anymore.
Around that time period. And Simpsons did their own take on that as well. So did you guys remember the exact episode?
What
happened?
Of Scientology.
No, I don't think I watched that one. Don't remember.
Okay, it's called Trapped in the Closet. So it's basically in that episode, Stan takes a test from the Scientologists and say, they ask questions where basically you pretty much go to lose and say, you are extremely depressed. And basically then Stan joins the cult, basically, more or less. Oh wait, I won't get super calling it a cult. The religion. Okay, Scientologists, don't sue me. I misspoke. Anyway, basically when he takes a test with a machine, he's I'm not sure what it is, but metachlorine counts or something like that, really high. So he's considered to be the chosen one of the Scientologists. And they eventually convince him about that. And basically Tom Cruise comes and say, hey, you're the savior. What do you think about my film? And like, you're okay. I mean, I've seen better actors. He gets upset and runs to the closet. And Stan says, Stan, get out of the closet. No, I will not get out of the closet. And I was too young to get that joke, but yeah, it's implying that, Tom Cruise is, that's why Tom Cruise didn't like that. But then you find out that the story of the Scientologists, like the religion, because Stan is the first one who gets to hear about it. And that was like really unflattering. But then they asked subtitles, Scientologists actually believe that. And apparently one of the ex-members said that South Park was actually telling the truth when it comes to that.
Wow. Okay, then. Wow.
Yes. Okay. And so that's just that one. And we had some funny moments, but yeah. And then the end credits goes, says, sue me, because then was standing there and said, this is a fraud. And then the end credit rolls to John Doe, who wrote the episode. And Jane Smith, they actually changed the end credits to avoid getting sued to say that it was actually John Doe who wrote the episode and voiced everybody.
Wow.
Okay, so that's the South Park episode for that. The Simpsons episode of Later. Do you remember that? The Later.
The leader.
I've heard of it. I don't
No.
remember seeing.
I don't
Sing it.
remember that scene.
Okay. I make jokes about that all the time. Do the cops knew they were being set up? What are you talking about? Nothing happens in that movie. Oh, I get bored when I make my own movie. I have a short attention span. But our point is really simple. Hey, look, a bird. Ah! That's when they try to brainwash Homer to join the cult, but Homer's too dumb to be broken so easily at first.
I remember that. I remember no, Batman leader. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the episode. And then like the whole episode. See, I think you made my case clear. You remember more of that than the South Park episode. Because
Yeah.
look, I said, look, the cleverness is subtle. Like if the Scientologists actually try to sue the Simpsons, they're actually admitting that's kind of true, that it's referring about them. But since they changed the leader and other subtle things, they can get away with that.
Yeah, because
And
it's
that's
much
why-
that one's a lot more generic. I'm just trying to remember what happened to that episode. How did I think it's because Marge escaped
Yes.
and she went to Flanders
the
because
church.
the church, and they
It was a
It's
classic joke when Willie says, okay, I will kidnap him for 100, reprogram for 300, and I'll kill him for 500. No, just the first two. Okay, I'll kill him for free.
yeah, that's right. No, it's supposed to, and then then the leader, and then you see the spaceship, and then it disintegrates, and
Yeah.
you just see him with the. That's
Yeah.
right. Oh yeah, the hover bikes.
Yeah,
That's-
I'm a bunch of jokes as well, yeah. And the reason why Homer got brainwashed was of beer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Well, it had to be one of those things, right? You can't take
Yep.
him over before.
And
so-
Mr. Burns tries to start his own cult, remember?
Oh yeah, he built his idol, then melted.
And then, like the beginning was like, okay, I got a good symbol, a special K. That's already a breakfast cereal. Do people worship it? In a way. Okay, how about this? A Mickey Mouse head.
Yeah.
And it actually written with a tree. But then the fight part is when he falls off and he says, Mom, Mr. Burns is all right, but he's no special K.
Who knows?
I said, I can remember all the lines from that episode more.
Yeah.
And I said, it's really clever that way. That's why I say it just feels more clever. Like the South Park one is just hilarious and laughing, and the jokes are there. But the Simpsons is just that episode just felt more clever and more memorable at the same time because of how clever it is.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do another good case-to-case comparison. Mr. Garrison compared to Will and Smithers because they're both closeted gay people.
Okay.
This is the first one. Let's do a point which why would you, if you're South Park, why Mr. Garrison is better than Will and Smithers? That one is actually subjective, which I'll be interested in what your point of view
Yeah,
is.
it's interesting because I guess Will Smithers, like his character was written at a time where the joke was, haha, he's gay. And then he's gay for Mr. Burns for God knows what reason. I don't know if they still do that now. I think he
Oh,
might.
no, he actually came out of the closet and actually told Mr. Burns that he's gay.
Oh,
And he
okay.
rejected him, but then he always fired him, but then Mr. Burns realized he couldn't live without Will Smith, so he hired him back.
Okay. So I guess I have that understanding. But there were some
Yeah.
funny moments. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the deal with Mr. Smithers? Obviously, he's an unmarried 40 when that just works a nuclear power plant. Thanks for asking. I still remember that. And he still has dreams of, Mr. Burns jumping out of the cake
Yep.
and the computer.
Yeah. Good. Hello, Mrs. Smith.
Yeah.
You are very good
Good.
at turning me on.
Yeah. You probably should
Okay,
ignore
that's
that.
that's too much.
No, that's the
turn
point. That's what makes it so
Hey,
funny.
dude, well, Mr. Garrison, do you remember any lines from Mr. Garrison? He has a lot.
I know. It's just what I remember is I remember. I mean, it's not a particular line, but I remember when he was trying to write a porno, and he ended up like
What the-
he ended up being able to write more about a penis than he did about the vagina, and it's kind of confused as to why that was. He was.
Oh,
I don't know if you guys remember that bit.
I don't remember that
No.
particular one.
Well,
I
yes.
just remember like when he became Donald Trump though. This is more recent. Basically, he was actually just saying make America great again. The Canadians are invading us because let's build a wall to keep the Canadians out. But then the Canadians built the wall to keep the Americans out. They're like, hey, we were supposed to build a wall to keep you out. Well, we built the wall first.
As long as the war, you think they'd be happy, but I guess not.
But it turns out the reason why the Canadians built a wall because the Canadians put in their own version of Donald Trump in.
Okay.
And then the comedy went down, busted from that episode.
I wonder if they had the like Trudeau somewhere along the line, but probably not. Do you know who that is? He's the Prime Minister of Canada.
Yeah.
Justin, I think it's Justin Trudeau actually.
Yeah, but it's nothing anything like that because I don't think they pay attention to Canada too much, really. Because there was only one episode, but then Mr. Garrison was possibly is to give them migrants by effing them all to death. So he actually effed the Canadian Trump Prime Minister, and then he died from that. And therefore, all the Canadians went back to Canada because he was gone.
And so if I guess the only thing I remember about Mr. Garrison is being engaged with Mrs. Slave.
Oh yeah, Mr. Slave as well. Oh, sorry. Okay, that's one. The episode where he tried to get fired by being too gay.
Well, being too obnoxious, and it didn't work. I think. And
Is
that the one where they had the hamster? Is that where they had the hamster? Or is that?
Shop up with Mr. Slave's thing, and you see an adventure where the hamster goes out of Mr. Slave.
Yes, eventually he makes it.
Yeah.
Godspeed, little hamster.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite an adventure he went through. God knows.
Yeah.
All with the music and everything. He had his own little ballad. That was good.
Yeah, that's as Mr. Garrison's lie. Like, I'm trying to get fired, but it's about tolerance. Tolerance, but not stupid.
Yeah.
Because this should not be accepted. Like, tolerance is like handling a bad cold. It can still make you angry. And then basically you get sent to tolerance camp because you are clearly intolerant of your own behavior. Because the principal's trying to avoid paying the severance fee for getting fired. That's why.
So he's being cheap.
That is why they wouldn't listen to the kids' complaints because they didn't want to fire him.
Okay.
Even though, Mr. Buzz says,
Yeah. I mean, to bring it into Family Guy, the only time they did that was when they turned Peter gay. I don't know if you remember what.
Yeah, they did that in that episode. But that episode, but basically it was an off switch. Like, okay, his gay's going off in 10 seconds. He's having an orgy. I'm enjoying gay sex. It's like, oh my gosh, it's gone now. Like,
yeah, that's Family Guy humor for you for that one. But goodness.
But they have to do with other gay characters. Like, I think Brian's cousin is gay. The one gay dog.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Because he got married.
Yeah. That episode, because I remember that episode where like Christian's girlfriend was trying to stop that. It's like, it's like, you need to stop this marriage proposal. Why? So you can touch my boobs. Okay, I'll stop it.
Oh my God. Okay,
leave it to Chris. I mean, Chris is a 14-year-old. What else is she supposed to do? I guess. I mean, they made Patty a lesbian. I don't think she was intentionally at the beginning, to be honest.
I think it is.
You think so?
There's an episode where Principal Skinner was dating Patty, and Principal Skinner says, like, I can't marry you because, and then she made excuse about the sister. But in the whole episode, you ever Krusty the doll, right? Evil Krusty the whole episode.
Yeah.
When Homer runs out of the runs in the
there goes the lingering.
By
heterosexuality. Yeah. But
there's some minor signs of that. And he actually knows Patty never dated anybody while Selma did, like a lot of males.
Yeah. I don't know if she's with any. I don't think she'd be with anyone at the moment unless they change that.
It was only Principal Skinner, and that's a reference where she was actually trying to tell him that was gay, but he decided to lie about the bottom of the sister instead.
Okay, that's interesting. I don't know if I see that. Maybe.
But it's out. If you actually look at Wikipedia, there were a couple jokes about her implying that she was actually gay.
Okay.
There's a lot more subtle than Will Smith's where we do that. Actually, let's check the Simpsons on Wikipedia, all the evidence of that. I was actually curious. Okay, let's see. Was it someone else? Right?
It's because of video.
No, I'm gonna show you the video. I'm just gonna look at the all the evidence that the clue because they actually had a Wikipedia page that listed all the clues that she was actually gay beforehand. Is this Selma or Patty that was gay? Sorry.
It's Patty.
Who's Patty?
Sorry. Yep. Let's see. Oh, okay. There's one time when someone said, I can't face prison, and Patty says, well, I can. Yep. 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 Okay. Oh yeah. The one thing, Patty when she said it was something of sexuality because of MacGyver. It was implied that MacGyver was the same person that she came close to being straight with.
Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, I forgot about MacGyver. Yeah, I actually know about MacGyver because of The Simpsons.
Okay, but Richard Dean Anderson, I guess. Either way.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see other jokes. Oh. Let's see. Okay, I'm sure. Okay, this might be before or after. What season was this one? Oh no, I seen that one, but that was afterwards. Okay, so yeah, I'm not sure how obvious it was that they planned it, but I think they did because the Simpsons are a bit more clever when it comes to stuff. Like in Futurama, when one of the persons had to be Farnsworth's son, it felt like it was. They said it was planned.
Okay.
All right
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, just can't see our clues here though, since but yeah, there's supposed to be some clues here. Yeah.
That's all right.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I think they would have planned it because it said like they made sure that she didn't date any man besides Principal Skinner, and it said there's no real plot holes besides MacGyver, but I said it was not too in and out for that. Well, South Park, they pretty much they made everything up as it went along with Kane's resurrection and stuff. They planned some stuff in advance, but yeah, because the South Park creators, they're better at improvising. But the latest movies, when they actually planned it out, were really good. But yeah, that's what it said though. Like, you remember Will Smith? Okay, let's compare the actual Simpsons character. Well, we don't have much because there's no version of Homer in South Park version of Homer, unless you want to count Stan's dad. They're too different.
Yeah.
Well, Homer's. Well, we can agree that Homer's probably better than Peter.
I agree.
Okay, Marge. Okay, Marge and Lois are actually, I would say, like competitive at least.
So you're saying which is my preference? I mean, I can understand the comparison. It's a question of which one do you like? Like which do you prefer?
Yeah, that's one.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, that's actually hard. It's actually more competitive. That's why I said it's more competitive. They actually have their own pros and cons. Because Lois is more sexually expressive, while Marge is more like the innocent one who gets sometimes clues because she's a product of the 90s. So every time she's out of touch with the current time, it's just hilarious.
Yeah.
But they're both smart in their own way. They were talented when they were in high school.
Just that Marge wasn't as rich as Lois' family was. So it wasn't like it was a difference in there's a difference in class. They got together because she got pregnant.
Yeah. Okay, Lisa beats Meg every day though.
Yeah. But that's just because the writers have to share Meg for whatever reason. So that doesn't really help.
And Bart versus Chris. Okay, Bart wins, sorry. But
Bart has a little bit more personality. Chris is
if you want to make it more fair, let's make it Bart versus Stewie, because that's more competitive and Stewie doesn't have
I mean Bart versus Stewie versus Cartman then.
Oh yeah, let's do that. That's a good competitive. So Cartman versus Stewie versus that. And Bart. Okay, actually we'll give the points to Cartman this round.
Cartman's quite a character. Even like when he met like his version of The Simpsons. It's like, yeah, I graffitied. Nah, mate.
I made the parents
I made someone eat the parents. Did you do that? I was like, nah.
Yeah. But not to mention, like when Cartman gets his come-uppings, it's actually more hilarious. Like the episode where he dressed up as a robot to fool Butters. That's my favorite episode ever.
Oh, that's right. I forgot what happens at the end.
Basically he farted and basically that's when Buzz found him out, and he released a video of him dancing with Britney Spears.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, look, he suffered a lot, and Carmen deserves it because he's the one who started his prank, and he suffered a lot to cover himself up.
Oh yeah, he's dancing with Justin Timberlake.
Yeah,
that's right. There's also one where he's like the Vietnamese hooker, but that's a different.
That's an early episode. That's season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
But I say because he suffers a lot, but he does something evil, but he suffers enough that it feels like there's some justice in the world for that.
Yeah, I remember there was also the one where Stewie.
Stewie's weird. I think he's bisexual.
I think he is because they used to be like.
Really?
Well, there was a coming out episode where he was gay, like he come out gay, but how canon that is because they keep like retconning stuff anyway.
Yeah,
And
that's
he has-
mentioned because he gets obsessed with some women at the time. So he's obsessed with Lois's boobs. So when it comes to breastfeeding.
Yeah.
That's why some parts of that. But then, of course, the weird one with bi is like with Chris. It's implied that he's attracted to Chris.
His brother.
Yeah.
That
Because there's some bits where he cross dresses and stuff. But also,
I thought he wanted to be with Brian.
Yeah, so with Brian as well. In fact,
It's-
the only person more attracted, has the more sexual confusion is Milhouse.
Uh,
Milhouse is, you know, Milhouse is attracted to nearly every Simpsons except for Maggie. At one
well,
point
that's
in her
probably
life.
for the better. I guess no one should be attracted to Maggie.
So, yeah, I might say like
Yeah.
Milhouse is like, hey, my mom wears. Do you think she's
She's cool. No,
cool?
I,
I think she's hot. Sorry, it slipped out. One time Milhouse actually kissed Homer Simpson, and he said, "My first kiss." Okay, enjoyed it.
yeah.
And then
Um,
with Bart, it's like Too Many Adventures, and he's outright says he likes Lisa.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, in terms of in terms of sexual confusion, I say only Butters comes close to that hilarious
Oh,
one.
poor Butters. Man, he's kind of like, I guess Butters can sort of be. Would it be
Yeah,
Prince, Martin Prince, or Ralph? I don't know what would be closer.
Should make
okay.
make his own spin-off show of Butter.
There was a Butter show.
That's how they introduced him. They even probably when he joined the group that he was embarrassing because they actually made him better. Because when he first appeared, he was just a normal character, but when they made him the main character, he became his own thing.
Yeah, everyone knows it's Butters, and then Flanders. I guess you can like compare that theme song with the Flanders show.
Flanders.
Everyone knows
Yeah.
loves Ned Flanders. Not
That's
me.
only like 5 minutes of an episode.
I know that. I know. Everyone who
Yeah,
loves
like,
Ned
Robin was
Flanders.
like, "We're not going to church today. Why not? Because it's Saturday. Ugly doogly doo. It's a Flanders. Everybody
It's a
loves
Ned.
Ned Flanders." It was like,
Ned.
not me. Everybody that counts loves Ned
Ned
Flanders.
I still remember that.
Yeah, this is why I say like it's just South Simpsons. The classical is more memorable. Like
Yeah.
South Park. I mean, okay. I do remember the Wii episode, the Warcraft episode.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
This could be another world of Warcraft.
Is
We
it
are
in South
dealing
Park?
with someone who doesn't have a life.
How do you kill that which has no
How you
life?
gonna update it? How you gonna update by killing Paul to upgrade it?
And then you find out who's doing it, and it's just a guy on a computer. It's like, yep, that's definitely how it is. And the
that
solution
episode
is
where
just to
Cartman
grind the
raises
chickens.
himself to get away, and he lands in a world where all atheists took over the world, and atheists are at war with each other.
Just because they don't know, they want to name what's the name of the
Group.
yeah.
It should be triple A. So we have 3 A's. Avis Alliance. It should be the chip thing. No, we will never agree. Let's kill each other.
Yeah. That's very
And
nice. Yeah, I think
Carmen's
this,
verse this was weird. And he goes back in time because he actually tells Mrs. Garrison that, well, what's it? Who's the one who wrote the evolution book? I forgot.
Darwin.
Yeah,
Charles Darwin.
Darwin. Yeah.
Charles
He
Darwin.
tells him, yeah. Yeah, it tells him that Mrs. Garrison used to be a man. That changes the future, stops everyone from being atheists. But it's like, are we still at war? No longer at war now? No, we're at war with the French. So it just something
That makes it
better.
better.
No, it's war's still gonna happen regardless.
Yeah, because humans are humans. Humans are gonna human. Doesn't matter about religion. As long as people are different, they'll find something to fight over. I guess it's just human nature. But that can be a whole nother episode on itself. That's
Yeah, well, yeah. And let's see, I mean, why I think The Simpsons, besides the classics, I remember more of that. Although it could be because we're older and we saw South Park when it was newer. It might just be easy to remember the older parts of The Simpsons. But
yeah.
I think Will Smith be Mr. Garrison.
Oh, okay.
And let's see, points like, okay, South Park did decline a bit, but at one point after season 16, there was some episodes where it was just random, but they recovered a lot since that. Plus, because they're doing less episodes at a time.
Yeah, so let's first get the focus. But yeah, it's better.
Yeah, and then but yeah, the classic Simpsons said they just feels like you have to put a lot of thought into it, and people make videos about how the Simpsons were really clever. Like with South Park, you're gonna see not too many videos about how some of the jokes had better meaning in it. Like in the episode where they found out Itchy Scratcher was stolen from that, and you found the original creator of that.
Oh yeah.
The court case. Legal Eagle actually did a whole video on that, saying that the writers knew what they're writing about when it comes to the law. They actually did their homework to make that episode viable. And Lionel Hart is so terrible, but you have to know law to realize how terrible he is.
Yeah. R.I.P. Phil Hartman.
His Legal Eagle, who's actually a lawyer, actually talking about how clever the episode is. So yeah. He also did the Chewbacca episode, that Legal Eagle. He said, like, yeah, they didn't study law. It's hilarious by itself, but they didn't do any research when they did the Chewbacca defense case.
Yep.
All right.
Good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, look, I said South Park will probably, if I were to choose the current new ones, I'd probably watch South Park UR because it's less episodes and better quality. But the older classic Simpsons will probably still be my memory forever. Like they outlast the classic episodes of South Park.
Yeah.
I mean, what about you? Like, you got any counter defense for the best South Park versus the best Simpsons?
No, not really. I think The Simpsons has its place. Hopefully, it's recovering from I don't know what you'd call it, just fatigue, I guess, from writing so much and going through new writers and stuff. I guess you can't expect things to be the same after for so long.
The best of the Simpsons is I said the best was still better than South Park at the best. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you make the averages, of course, South Park wins, but it's a bit unfair when they make so many episodes. But South Park, I don't think they'll be reaching 300 anytime soon because they it's a little episodes. While Simpsons are past 500 now.
Yeah,
the fact that they even last this long, the worst it is boring. Is actually
Yeah. What about your final thoughts, Andrew?
The final four? Well, they both are Simpsons and South Park. I think mostly the South Park are mostly, I know it's racist. And very dark humor, but it's enjoyable. I think South Park is getting better now. I have not seen the concert, the 25th anniversary concert, but it's getting better now.
Cool. Okay, so I guess we'll leave it at that. So thanks for joining. So for the viewers out there,
I feel like you should be in bed. I can do Devil's Advocate a bit better, like South Park, but it's okay. You want to play? You want me to play Devil's Advocate? Just
fair enough. Here's the kind of argument.
South Park, because I read an article about how South Park has better because it adapts to the times better than The Simpsons did because the cultural references there, because they make the episode the week before, they can actually adapt quicker. So that's one advantage of that. So South Park will be in people's memories more in the future to the fact that they can actually keep up with cultural references quicker. And then because they might still be controversial. When was the last time we actually seen Simpsons be controversial? Because back in the day it was controversial. The fact that even George Bush Sr. said that The Simpsons were the worst show ever because of how rude it was. That's so funny now. I think that
because now I think it's pretty tame in comparison to whatever South Park Family Guy's ever done.
Yeah, so, it's pretty tame.
Yeah, in comparison. But that doesn't mean it doesn't have its funny moments. So it was funny because I remember George Bush Sr. being in some of the episodes of Simpsons.
He was in one, like the major one.
Ooh.
And I was actually
where they were neighbors. That was they were neighbors.
Yeah, yes. And that's actually an episode that's considered classic, how they make fun of George Bush, but not enough to offend any right-wing people compared to the how they actually balance it out, because Homer was in the wrong in that episode. It's just so George Bush overreacted in a more hilarious way that you don't actually feel like, you know, they're mocking him as a bad person in that kind of sense.
Yeah.
All right, then.
That's true.
That's good.
That's cool. So yeah, I guess any other last words?
Well,
That's
okay,
it
let's
for
see.
now. That's it.
Which one wins? Simpsons memes versus South Park memes? Which one do you have last longer?
I think Simpsons memes.
Still
I
gone.
think Simpsons memes, but only because I follow a lot more Simpsons classic stuff on Facebook. Let me see if I can remember some.
Oh, the Millhouse memes so popular. Like, I don't care. It was like, I'm innocent. The person just can't.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like,
Yeah, I remember that. I keep telling you I haven't done anything. I don't care. And then he jumps.
yeah, the meme has been done a long time. Like Malcolm Turnbull getting kicked out. We're only a few points out from Labour. I don't care. Yeah.
All right, then. Let's wrap this thing up.
Okay. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. So thanks for this,
Oh wait, yeah, guys, comment which one's the best. South Park,
Family Guy, Simpsons. Simpsons.
Yeah.
Which
But
you
if
like?
you pick Family Guy, I'm gonna hit you guys. Did I pick Family Guy?
Nah, I'm gonna pick South Park.
Yeah.
But Simpsons has its place.
Yeah.
And
All right.
yeah. So that's where I go.
All right,
So
then.
let me know, guys. Comment below which one do you still remember. If you got a classic meme or quote, feel free to post it below too. So I guess we'll leave it at that. So thanks guys for joining. We shall see you next time.
Okay, well, if you guys want to
See
see
you then.
South Park, let's do Futurama next. Futurama versus South Park.
All right. That should be the
All right,
next
then.
debate or discussion. Cool. All
right,
right. See you guys.